Arizona Congressman Trent Franks went on MSNBC, and he's a Republican, and he's usually absolutely nuts, but he made sense on the issue of Russia and email hacking, and it upsets me that the Democrats have put me in the position of agreeing with this lunatic.
The truth is, and I think that your own station sources would admit that most of what we're talking about now is based on leaks. And I'm all for doing what's necessary to protect the election here. But there's no suggestion that Russia hacked into our voting systems or anything like that. They, if anything, whatever they may have done was to try to use information in a way that may have affected something that they believed was in their best interest. But the bottom line, if they succeeded, if Russia succeeded in giving the American people information that was accurate, then they merely did what the media should have done.
Yeah, that's 100% right. And there were some liberal websites that ran this clip, and they ran it in like a way to scoff at it. Like the stories were like, look at this guy. This guy's not a patriot. This guy's like a traitor, you know? Treasonous fucking asshole. That's what you are. Okay, the points that he made there are only the exact points liberals make when discussing Chelsea Manning, when discussing Edward Snowden, when discussing Daniel Ellsberg. Because, people go, okay, look, whatever, the process by which we ascertain the information, maybe not, some laws were broken and some rules were bent. But we need to know that information. It is so important that we have that information. In the case of Chelsea Manning, our soldiers in Iraq, massacring civilians, doing a double tap on civilians, killing the first responders, media figures killing them, all on tape. We need to know that. So, you leaked top secret classified information. But it shouldn't have been top secret classified information. That's the point. That's why we side with you, Chelsea. In the case of Edward Snowden, the government doesn't give a fuck about the Fourth Amendment. You have no protection from unreasonable search and seizure. They can go through all your shit. They can store all your metadata. They shouldn't be doing that. That's not allowed. That's unconstitutional. So Edward Snowden released top secret classified information, and people go, oh my God, that's not allowed. This is what the Republicans said. That's not allowed. How dare you do that? The Democratic response was, he's doing something for the greater good. Well, in the case of the DNC email hacks, knowing that information, having that information, it's something we should have anyway, and knowing it is for the greater good. You get to see how the sausage is made behind the scenes. You get to see how the DNC is massively, utterly corrupt. You get to see how Debbie Wasserman Schultz worked the media and said, I'm going to talk to your boss if you speak out against me and Hillary. You get to see how Hillary says, I have public positions and private positions, and they're different. You get to see how Hillary was 100% pro-outsourcing behind the scenes. You get to see how Hillary Clinton argued, oh my God, isn't this anti-rich mentality such bigotry? I mean, the rich are such victims, aren't they? These are things she said, these are things she believes, and this is stuff we learned from those leaks, from the WikiLeaks DNC emails. But now the Democrats are like, oh, shit, nah, you hacked him, and that's the problem. Well, then, again, you're missing the forest through the trees here. Because you're caught up on the exact wrong thing. And I'm fucking pissed that I'm now put in a position where I have to agree with this asshole. You know how we've covered Trent Franks in the past? He's one of the guys who argues that that abortion is murder. And he's done segments where he, compares it to the Holocaust. He said things like this on TV. It's like a genocide. So I've had nothing but scorn for Trent Franks and disdain for Trent Franks. But when he goes out there and he says, this is something the media should have done anyway. We should have had those DNC emails. By the way, we should also have the RNC emails. We should have, I've said it before, I'll say it a million more times until everybody fucking agrees, because I don't think this is even a hard issue. If you are campaigning to become president of the United States, or campaigning to become a senator, or campaigning to become a congressman, or whatever, your email should be public record. After a while, they should be declassified. Because you want to have this position. We are going to pay your salary. So we pay you and you do stuff with our money in our name. You are our government. We are your boss. So that should be part of transparency. Campaigns should be part of transparency, and the DNC and the RNC should be part of transparency laws. Just how after a while, like now, oh my God, look at this. Old CIA documents were declassified, and we learned that, we overthrew the Iranian government. After a while, that's declassified. Why? It's our government. With our money in our name, they're doing these things. After a while, you learn, oh shit, Nixon's tapes. Look, it's declassified. We're learning about everything that happened. Because we have a right to know it because we are paying for it. We are their boss. Should be the same for the DNC, the RNC, and the campaigns. So this is shit we should have had anyway. This is shit the media should have been trying to get their fucking hands on, and he's 100% right to say that. We should know about everything that was going on behind the scenes. And to try to deflect and obfuscate from that is just disgusting partisan politics. So, that's the world we're living in, where I'm now sitting here doing a segment agreeing with this fucking maniac who I don't agree with. I don't think on literally anything else. I think his position is wrong on probably every other thing. And by the way, you know how you respond to this? You don't do sanctions and escalate further. You up your fucking security. Like, they're, oh my God, I can't believe a foreign state tried to hack us and spy on us. Yeah, all of them are trying to do it. Some of our allies are trying to do it, and we're trying to do it to them. So up your fucking security. That's the answer to it if you're so concerned about it. But no, Obama lashed out and did sanctions. I think that has a lot more to do with partisan politics than about what the logical course of action is. And it's just a sad day that I have to sit here and say Trent Franks has a point when he says all that happened is we learned more information. And the framing, remember, I keep coming back to this point too, but I have to. The framing is so hacky and misleading on purpose. Russia hacked the election. Russia hacked the election. Russia hacked the election. That implies that they hacked the fucking voting machines and gave the election to Trump. They didn't do that, but now 50% of Democrats think they did that because of the fucked up framing. They didn't hack the election. They allegedly, according to anonymous sources at the CIA, gave the DNC emails to WikiLeaks. That's it. That's as far as it goes. So, all the misinformation on this has been gross, and partisan Democrats have now exposed themselves to be just as bad as the Republicans.